Hi, and welcome to Moonbeam Connections. I'm Jacqui-Leigh. Today on Seriously Universe, Explain Yourself, we're going to ask, what is my purpose? So if you're ever wondering, what's my purpose here? Why am I here? What am I supposed to be doing? Am I doing it all wrong? This is the place for you. So I do set the intention that these messages reach those who need them when they need them. So if this message did reach you today, it means it is meant for you. However, it does not mean that the entire message is for you. It just might be a portion of the message. So we're going to get started and get one tarot card from Spirit, asking, woo, not 100. What is my purpose? What is my purpose? What am I meant to be doing? Or moving forward. Okay, so we got the Chariot card. So the Chariot card is all about forward momentum, kind of being determined, gaining that victory, having that forward drive, being in control, actually, because or slightly out of control sometimes. So it can be where you've got these, on the card, he's got these two lions that are sort of pulling him forward, and sometimes he might have to kind of try and rein them in a little bit, right? We're driving forward quickly, but we also don't want to be driving out of control. So it's about that forward movement, making progressions, being determined, having that willpower, trying to control the direction that you are going, right? Having the courage, being brave enough to step forward and do that. And so what this card is saying is that your purpose, which I think can pretty much relate to everybody, is to keep moving forward, keep having that drive, keep having that determination, keep the reins together though, stay in control, just don't go off one way or off this way and not really, directionless, or just go any which way, right? It's sort of like forward movement towards a direction. So I will pull out my board and we'll see what else Spirit wants to say. As always, I do write in silence. However, I then dub over it, so that's why sometimes the words might sound a little bit off or funny, because I'm trying to read my own writing as I'm dubbing over it, and sometimes I have a little bit of issues with that. Ooh. Okay. So we're going to ask Spirit, what is my purpose? I'm going to be quiet for a moment, get into my meditation mode, and we will begin. Your purpose is the same as everyone else's: to enjoy life, live to the fullest, and learn lessons along the way. Which lessons differ, but there are always lessons to learn. Look at your life. Examine it. Which negative patterns repeat? Those are the lessons you are meant to learn. The ones within your negative experiences. By examining the negative, you'll discover what changes must be made to break the cycle. Once out of the negative cycle, your true path will reveal itself. You will be guided towards it. You are being guided towards it, but you must first break the cycle. These lessons are not meant as punishment. They are lessons you wanted to learn, patterns you wanted to live. But these are not patterns meant to be lived through and cycled through forever. They are patterns you are meant to break free from, learn from, grow from, move on from, in order to be prepared for your purpose. Purpose is not easy to follow or chase, and you must be prepared for it. Each lesson you learn along the way teaches you something, some skill, some perspective that unlocks the door to your purpose and illuminates the way. What lesson do you need to work on? What cycle do you need to jump from? Where do you really want to go. Love. All right, so this is just saying, like, your purpose is like everyone else's, right? It's just to enjoy life, live to the fullest, and learn these lessons. And this is what it's all about, is these negative patterns that we all get into. We repeat them over and over again. Everybody gets in different aspects of their life, right? It could be in a job where you're constantly having these jobs you don't like, dead end, no future in them, or these negative relationship patterns where you're sort of always going after the same person over and over and over again. You're like, this time's going to be different, this time's going to be different, this time's going to be different, right? And I don't mean the exact same person, I mean the same type of person, right? Maybe a person with anger issues, maybe a person with addiction issues, maybe somebody who's a pushover, they don't stand up to you, you're pushing over them. Right? And so we all get into these negative patterns. And the reason why we're in these negative patterns is because we haven't learned the lesson, right? And it may be that you understand the lesson, but you haven't changed the behavior that's keeping this repeating cycle. So you may understand, oh yeah, I have this tendency to, attach myself to people who have addictions issues, right? So I understand that, but the lesson isn't fully learned yet because you're still going back to those people with those addiction issues, right? And so when you stop doing that and realize you're worth more, realize that there's other people out there who don't have addiction issues, realize this isn't what you're meant to do, realize you're not here to save everybody, whatever it is, then once that lesson is finally learned and you're ready to stop that cycle and be with no one, if that means the only ones currently available are these addiction ones, well, we'll just be with no one. Once you get into that, where I've learned this lesson, I'll have nothing. If my choice is either a negative pattern or nothing, I will take nothing, because I can sit here, reset, heal in order to change that pattern to now go into life in a better pattern, finding better relationships, finding healthier relationships, finding equal give and take relationships, right? And so all this is saying is that you will continue to go through these negative cycles over and over again until you learn the lesson. And once you have learned these lessons, you will be on that path to your purpose, right? It opens up the door to your purpose. You're guided to your purpose. You're always being guided to your purpose. Hence why you're having these lessons, right? These lessons are the things you came here to learn, so that when you go towards your purpose, you have all the skills you need, right? If you were, say, very emotionally abused as a child, that might make you very emotionally intelligent. And so maybe your life purpose is to help people who have been through emotionally traumatic situations, because you have created that emotional intelligence. But if you didn't go through those cycles, that negative pattern, the negative childhood trauma, which then led to your negative relationship trauma, blah, 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 right? You never would have gained that emotional intelligence that now allows you to open up your ability to even accomplish your life purpose, right? And so that's what this is all about. Your life purpose will open up. I know that's not a definitive answer. You're like, I want to know exactly. I want to know, I'm supposed to be helping the poor. I'm supposed to go to, wherever, Zimbabwe, and work with this group of people and help liberate them, or help, educate them, or, whatever it is. And so this isn't giving you an exact, this is what you're meant to do, but this, of course, is a general reading. So there's lots of people with lots of different purposes, I'm sure, that are watching this. And so the whole thing is about that once your negative cycles have finished, once you've learned the lessons from those negative cycles, you will have all the knowledge, all the lessons that you need in order to accomplish your purpose in life. And so it'll open up for you. And so all of a sudden you'll be like, oh, wow, I'm so lucky, or it's so good that I went through this, that this happened, because I completely understand now over here, so I can do this. And you may not even realize, oh my gosh, this is actually my purpose. It may be you're doing your life purpose for 10 years and you turn around and you're like, oh, wait, I can see how all the things that have happened to me in my life and the lessons I've had to learn, the negative patterns that I've gone through, have led me to this and have benefited me and have given me an advantage. And you may not even see that until looking in hindsight, right? But rest assured, Anything negative that's happening in your life is a lesson that you need to learn, a cycle that you need to break free of. And once you have learned all those lessons, broken free of all those negative cycles, you will be then into the positive cycles, which will open up your life path and send you down that path of fulfillment or spiritual fulfillment, peace, contentment, right? You'll be doing things that you feel are worthwhile doing, that you want to do, and that you have a toolbox of knowledge and tools that can help you actually accomplish that purpose. So I hope I didn't stumble over my words too much there, but I am definitely sending you peace, love, and happiness. Bye for now.